The Summit of the Future ended its second and final day with the President, Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa, thanking the Presidents of the General Assembly, that of the Republics of Namibia and the Federal Republic of Germany, for providing the leadership in drafting of the Pact of the Future. Multilateral solutions for a better tomorrow is the theme of the summit. Reading the President's speech was the Foreign Affairs and International Trade Minister, Dr. Frederick Shava.
The 2030 Agenda, the Paris Agreement, including the Addis Ababa Action Agenda, clearly focus on the what in terms of the goal setting, our commitments. Now it is time for us to focus on the how we can all effectively work together to meet those commitments and tackle the most pressing issues while preparing for a more resilient future that leaves no one and no place behind. Rallying behind the reform of the global governance systems, including global financial institutions and the United Nations Security Council, is a fundamental starting point. It is reformed institutions that are fit for contemporary challenging times that will assist as developing countries to meet our common goals. It is equally imperative that developed countries provide a comprehensive package of support for developing countries to enable them to transition to greater economies. This must include financial resources, technology transfer, capacity building initiatives.
The President, Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa, in his speech said women and youths should be included in peace and security agenda, and Zimbabwe was supportive of the Secretary General's proposal on this issue. He said more emphasis should be on the developing a world receptive for positive change to be actualized.
Zimbabwe is relatively youthful as a nation, with more than 65% of our population below the age of 35. This presents opportunities for economic growth through harnessing the innovations and innovativeness and zeal of our youths. Our policies and programs have been designed and redesigned and strengthened to ensure that young people are key drivers of our social and economic transformation agenda. This includes the establishment of innovation centers at all institutions of higher education, underpinned by a number of new heritage-based approach to education 5.0.
The Zimbabwean leader said the aspirations of all Zimbabweans are to continue moving forward despite the impediments brought about by illegal and unjustified sanctions imposed by some powerful nations among us. He said his country will continue calling for the unconditional removal of these punitive measures that prevent development and are in violation of the United Nations Charter. The Pact for the Future should thus also denounce these coercive measures on Zimbabwe, he said. Ruben Barwes, ZBC News, New York.